My brothers and sisters, sometimes Allah separates two hearts, not because He wants to break them, but because He wants to prepare them. And when Allah has written that two souls belong together, no distance, no test, and no obstacle can ever keep them apart. Remember, Allah is the one who unites hearts, and His timing is always perfect. Trust Him, make due to Him, and you will see that what is meant for you will never pass you by. One of the greatest lessons a believer can learn in life is that everything unfolds according to Allah's perfect timing. Human beings are naturally impatient. When they desire something, they want it immediately. This impatience is especially true in relationships. Many people dream of finding the right partner, of being reunited with someone they love, or of seeing their marriage flourish without delays or challenges. However, Islam reminds us that what we see as a delay is often part of Allah's divine plan, a plan filled with wisdom that may not be clear to us in the moment. Allah says in the Quran, but perhaps you hate a thing and it is good for you, and perhaps you love a thing and it is bad for you, and Allah knows while you know not. So Surah Al-Baqarah 2:6, this verse beautifully captures the essence of divine timing. Sometimes we hold on to someone or something so tightly that we fail to see how waiting, or even being separated, is protecting us from harm or preparing us for something much greater. Trusting Allah's timing in relationships requires true tawakkul, reliance upon Allah. It means placing your desires and hopes into the hands of the one who knows the hidden and the unseen. While you may feel a sense of urgency to be with someone or to see progress in your relationship, Allah may delay it so that both hearts can grow in faith, maturity, and emotional stability. A rushed relationship often collapses because it was not given the time and space to develop under Allah's mercy. We also see in the seerah life of the Prophet examples of divine timing. The Prophet Muhammad himself endured periods of waiting, patience, and struggle before key blessings were revealed. His marriage to Khadija came at the perfect moment when both were prepared for each other. Similarly, believers are reminded that their relationships too are arranged by Allah at the most suitable time. Patience in waiting does not mean inaction. While you wait for Allah's decree to unfold, you must also continue making dua, striving to become a better version of yourself and preparing your heart and character for the relationship you seek. The Prophet said, "Know that what has passed you was never meant to befall you, and what has befallen you was never meant to pass you. And know that victory comes with patience, relief with affliction, and ease with hardship." So Tirmidhi, this hadith reassures us that what is written for us will come, and no amount of rushing or worrying can change that. Ultimately, trusting Allah's timing in relationships is about surrender. It is about acknowledging that your Creator knows you better than you know yourself. Perhaps the person you long for is not ready yet, or perhaps you yourself are not ready. By trusting Allah, you free yourself from the anxiety of constant doubt and disappointment. You gain peace in knowing that if something is truly meant for you, it will reach you without fail, exactly when Allah wills it. In the journey of love, marriage, and relationships, one of the greatest tools Allah has given to believers is dua, supplication. It is through dua that a believer pours out their heart, their hopes, and their fears to the one who has complete control over all matters. Whether we are seeking a righteous spouse, hoping for reconciliation, or longing to be reunited with someone we love, dukkha is the most direct line between us and Allah. Alongside dua, patience, tagarrub becomes the key that unlocks Allah's wisdom, because answers to prayers do not always come instantly. They arrive at the time Allah knows is best. The Prophet taught us that dua is never wasted. He said, "There is no Muslim who calls upon Allah with a supplication in which there is no sin or severing of family ties, but Allah will give him one of three things. Either He will answer it quickly, or He will save it for him for the hereafter, or He will divert an evil of equal measure from him." Ahmad. This hadith shows that dua is always answered, but in ways that may differ from our expectations. Sometimes Allah gives us exactly what we asked for. Sometimes He delays it until the right time, and sometimes He protects us from harm we never saw coming. Patience is what sustains the believer during this waiting period. Without patience, dua becomes a mere ritual of demands rather than an act of worship rooted in trust. Allah reminds us in the Quran, indeed, Allah is with the patient. Say, Surah Al-Baqarah 253, when you practice Arabiya, you are not passively waiting, you are actively trusting Allah's timing, continuously making dua and preparing yourself for the blessings He has written for you. Many people become disheartened when they don't see immediate results after years of prayer. But what they often overlook is that every dua is building their relationship with Allah. Every time you raise your hands, every tear that falls while you ask, and every whispered prayer in the middle of the night is recorded and honored by Allah. The delay in seeing results may not mean rejection. It may mean redirection. Perhaps Allah is shaping you into the person who can handle the blessing you are asking for, or He is preparing circumstances that will make your prayer come true in a way you never imagined. The Prophet also warned against impatience in dua. He said, the servant will continue to be answered so long as he does not ask for something sinful or the severing of family ties, and he is not hasty. They asked, what does it mean to be hasty? He replied, he says, I supplicated and I supplicated, but I did not see it answered. He gives up hope and stops supplicating. As Muslim, this hadith highlights that giving up hope cancels the reward and blessings of dua. True believers continue praying, knowing that Allah is listening even when they don't see immediate results. Dua and patience together create a balance of effort and surrender. You are showing Allah your reliance, but at the same time you are training your soul to accept His decree with peace. This combination softens the heart, strengthens faith, and protects you from despair. In relationships, it helps you let go of desperation and instead embrace hope, trusting that Allah will unite you with what is best, whether it is the person you desire or someone far better than you imagined. Life, relationships are one of the greatest blessings Allah can grant us. They provide comfort, love, companionship, and support. Yet, sometimes Allah tests us by separating us from those we deeply care for, whether temporarily or permanently. These tests of separation are among the hardest trials for the heart, but when understood through the lens of faith, they become powerful opportunities for growth, strength, and closeness to Allah. Separation teaches us detachment from worldly attachments and reminds us that no relationship, no matter how precious, can last forever unless Allah wills it. The Quran beautifully reminds us everything will perish except His face. So Surah Al-Qasas 20:8. This verse highlights that every bond we form in this dunya is temporary and only the bond with Allah is eternal. When we face separation from a loved one, it is as if Allah is redirecting our hearts to rely on Him above all else. This reliance builds an inner strength that cannot be shaken by the changes of this world. Another strength that emerges from separation is resilience in patience. The Prophet said, whoever practices patience, Allah will grant him patience. No one is given a gift better or more comprehensive than patience. Bukhari and Muslim. Through the pain of missing someone we love, we learn endurance. The longing, the emptiness, and the sleepless nights become training grounds for the soul. Each moment of waiting, each tear shed is a step toward building a heart that knows how to withstand hardship without breaking. Separation also allows us to grow in gratitude. When someone we love is no longer with us, whether due to distance, disagreement, or death, we begin to appreciate their value in a way we may have taken for granted before. This appreciation not only strengthens our character, but also teaches us to cherish relationships more deeply when Allah blesses us with them again. Gratitude in turn attracts more blessings, as Allah promises, if you are grateful, I will surely increase your hand favor. So Surah Ibrahim 14:7. Most importantly, tests of separation serve as purifiers of the heart. They strip away illusions and force us to confront our true dependence on Allah. Many times, people place their entire sense of happiness in a spouse, partner, or loved one, forgetting that hearts are only at peace with the remembrance of Allah. As the Quran says, verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. So Surah R, read 13:8. Separation can thus become a turning point where a person stops relying solely on people and instead anchors their heart in Allah. This purified reliance is a form of strength that transforms a person's character. Finally, such trials are often a preparation for greater blessings ahead. Just as muscles grow stronger after being stretched and strained, so too does the heart grow stronger after enduring the ache of separation. Sometimes Allah tests with distance to prepare two people for a better reunion, and sometimes He uses separation to open the door to someone more suited for you. Either way, enduring the trial with faith ensures that the believer emerges stronger, wiser, and more connected to Allah. In the end, tests of separation are not punishments but opportunities to build patience, resilience, gratitude, and faith. When we endure them with trust in Allah, we discover a strength we never thought possible. One of the most beautiful truths in Islam is the belief that nothing in this world happens without the decree of Allah. In relationships, love and companionship are not coincidences. They are all part of His divine plan. When two hearts are destined to be together, no distance, obstacle, or trial can keep them apart. For Allah Himself reunites those He has written for one another. The Quran reminds us, and He created for you from yourselves mates that you may find tranquility in them. He placed between you affection and mercy. To Surah Ar-Rum 3:21. This verse highlights that the bond between two people is not merely human effort but a sign from Allah. True love and companionship are built upon divine will. And when Allah has decreed that two souls belong together, their reunion is inevitable, though it may not always happen immediately or in the way we expect. Separation and longing can sometimes cause despair. Yet, Believers are reminded to trust in the wisdom of Allah's timing. The Prophet A taught us that everything in life is already written. Know that what has passed you was not going to befall you, and what has befallen you was not going to pass you by. Tirmidhi. If a person is destined for you, no circumstance can erase that decree. This assurance brings peace to the heart, even when reality feels uncertain. Reunion after separation also has a profound spiritual dimension. It teaches us patience, eber, and reliance, tawakkul. Many people pray and cry for their loved ones, wondering if Allah is listening. Yet Allah says, call upon me, I will respond to you. Surah Ghafir 46. While the response may take time, it is never absent. Allah may delay reunion to purify hearts, strengthen faith, or prepare both individuals for a healthier and more blessed union. When it finally happens, the sweetness of reunion is far greater than if it had come without the trial. Sometimes Allah reunites people not only physically but also emotionally and spiritually. Many couples live together physically but remain distant in heart and faith. True reunion, however, is when Allah brings hearts together in love, mercy, and shared purpose for His sake. Such relationships are not fragile but strong because they are built upon M&A faith and taqwa, God consciousness. The Prophet A said, yea, woman is married for 4 things: her wealth, her lineage, her beauty, and her religion. So choose the religious one. May your hands be rubbed with dust. Bukhari and Muslim. This hadith reminds us that lasting reunion comes when hearts are aligned with Allah's pleasure. Moreover, Allah often uses distance and separation as a test of sincerity. If love is based only on worldly desire, it may fade with trials. But if it is rooted in faith and patience, it survives every hardship. Such love becomes a source of barakah, blessing, because it was purified through struggle and trust in Allah. In the end, when Allah reunites 2 hearts, it is not just a personal victory, it is a divine blessing. A sign that what is written for you will never miss you. Believers must remember that their task is to keep faith, pray sincerely, and live in obedience to Allah, trusting that He will bring what is best at the right time.